the story has a really real grounding in war and trauma. Did that help you get in the headspace of the characters to accept the fantasy stuff where you had something grounded with a real character?
Yeah, I think the rest of the troupe. I mean, I'm the Jericho, I'm a general that sends our troop into battle, into a thankless job. They've kind of gone off the rails and done things in a very unorthodox way, and I, try to take it. My character tries to take advantage of them, and no one is the devil in their own story. So I can't judge my character. I just have to play him fully. All of our gear was authentic, and at times very healthy. Oh, sorry, brother. The gear was very authentic and heavy at times. So I was jumping into a helicopter, full gear, rain, and it does ground you, literally and figuratively.
And does that mean it must be great for you having the military, I don't want to say sign off on it, but being authentic gives it a lot of gravity and validity, so then now you can have fun with dinosaurs.
Exactly, and when you look at the film, you can see from the trailer, it has that feeling of Platoon, or Full Metal Jacket. It's just very authentic and real, and you got to create that world before you jump timelines and start battling dinosaurs. Because if you don't buy the world, you're not gonna believe in the jump.
And our last question: what was your reaction when you first saw the dinosaurs when you saw the footage of what you guys shot, with mixed in with this great special effects?
To be honest, I just saw it with that whole room of hundreds of people at Comic-Con here. We all saw it together, and I was blown away. Luke, our fearless leader, has done an incredible job. He's so creative. He draws everything himself, and he does all the posts, so he's kind of a one-man army.
So my question is, when you first read the screenplay, one of the things I found about the film I liked is it's authentic in a lot of ways. The characters are feeling real trauma. Is that one of the things maybe you gravitated you to take the part because it feels real? We'll get to the dinosaurs in a second. But yeah.
Yes.
But you needed the grounding of the dramatic to kind of get into the story?
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely what drew me to the project in the first place, was what these people are going through. And like Luke, the director, has said, that at the heart, this is a war film. And this is a film about what these soldiers are going through. And each one of them has their own story and their own history. And they have just actually come off of, at the opening of the film, they've just come off of saving some POWs. And then they get put right into this other mission where they encounter dinosaurs. So Luke said it was really important to him and to all of us to make sure that the grounded part of the story was there, and a truth to it, so that when the dinosaurs do come, there's a believability, obviously. Fictional believability, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
So also for you, did it help getting military advisors, knowing that even the details, like Jeremy just talked about being in the helicopter, was all real? Was that very important to you, making sure we take it honestly as possible and accurately as possible?
Oh, it's always important.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing a drama or an action film or something. Is fine. Even if you're doing comedy, it's about finding the truth to it, right? And my character wasn't military, so I didn't do the military training that the Vulture Squad guys did, which I would have liked to have, but my character wasn't that, so there was no reason to have me, take the chance of me getting hurt or doing whatever of being part of that. But I had my own research in trying to make my character believable, but you do for every role, right? Yeah.
And so I just heard you at Comic-Con, you showed footage of the movie. Mm-hmm. What was your reaction with the Comic-Con crowd seeing your footage with dinosaurs, like the movie with dinosaurs, and the reaction? The audience
reacted. It was so nice to see the hall was full, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it. It's hard to kind of see because of the lights up there. You can't really pick out people's faces and see too clearly. But one of my friends that was in the audience, I met him on Lucifer, so he's one of the writers for Lucifer and most recently Cobra Kai. And he texted me afterwards. He's like, the trailer was awesome. So that was my indication of that the audience liked it. Yeah.
What was it about the book that made you want to tell the story? What inspired you about the story?
Yeah, I've got a really long history connection with military, and then I saw the cover of the artwork of a military in Vietnam fighting a dinosaur. And even with the military aspect, I played like that as a kid. Read comic books, played with Jurassic Park toys, versus soldiers, G.I. Joes. And I just thought this is a cool concept which I haven't seen on screen before. I think I'm the guy that can bring this to screen.
Now, obviously, the story has a very real trauma about war and has a very good foundation, a dramatic story. Did that help you have that foundation to kind of have fun with the dinosaurs?
Exactly, and that was a big part of the book and the comic aspect, something that we took very seriously on set. We brought in military advisors, talked to Vietnam veterans, and my whole thing was let's ground this first with the military, and it feels like you're walking out of Platoon into a dinosaur movie, not some cheap dinosaur movie coming across soldiers who don't really care about it. So my whole idea was let's ground them first.
Okay, so then what was it about the script and the character that emotionally grabbed you and said, you know what, I have to play this part?
Well, look, the reality is a lot of this stuff, you know, as actors, you're pretty working class. You're kind of paycheck to paycheck. You just want someone to hire you. Right. So I wasn't in any position to be like, this is speaking to me. This is speaking to me. I got an offer, right. And I was like, and I remember my best friend actually got the offer before me.
Oh.
So he'd already read it and said, oh, this thing was good. And so when I got the offer, I was like, wait, this sounds familiar. This thing was supposed to be pretty good. So, and I didn't have much time to respond to it. So I was like, well, I was getting on a plane, and I was like, well, just send me the script and I'll read it on the plane. And I was reading it going, this is actually good. Like, I got lucky that something good was making an offer to me. So, yeah.
Now, do you think the story has, I think, really good drama and true drama? Obviously, we'll talk about the dinosaurs in a second, but they're always fun. Yeah. But do you think the drama and the real story helped you get into the headspace to have fun with the dinosaurs?
Oh yeah, I think grounding the military stuff. I was saying it on the panel, like. I think that was the smartest move Luke could have made with this, because otherwise it would feel like a sorry excuse to do a dinosaur movie. Right. Like, it would be a sad excuse to just show us dinosaurs. Whereas you ground all the military stuff, and then it feels like a military movie, like a war movie that just happens to all of a sudden have dinosaurs in it. You know? So yeah, and then it makes, I think, the buy-in, because if it was just this kind of silly light fare, it wouldn't detonate the way it does. So, yeah.
What was it about the script that emotionally grabbed you and said, you know what, I got to play this character?
It's about probably the highest level of emotion one can sort of feel, and when you're in a point of battle. Now, I personally have never done it, but from our military advisor's standpoint, he was sort of saying, like, please understand that this is not a small undertaking. And based off of his wealth of experience in the film world, advising in the film world, we really were kind of struck with a real abundance of pride for what we were doing, and that led itself into sort of a quiet confidence as well.
Do you think exploring a genuine story about trauma and war, with real emotion, helped you kind of go into the fantasy element too, having the foundation of good dramatic character and story, helped you then jump in and have kind of the fun with the dinosaur part?
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, very well said. And that was part of the attraction to this too, that we weren't just making a creature feature, that this had sort of character development and it had a real arc to it, and every character gets their moment to shine. That was sort of really important for Luke and myself to work on.